So your business is on Google Maps right now, but Google isn't choosing to show it. And until you understand why, nothing you fix is going to work. If you've tried everything and you're still not showing up, you don't have a visibility problem, you have a selection problem. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 factors that Google uses to pick who it shows at the top, how to find out which one is holding you back, and exactly what to fix so your customers can find you. Okay, so before we get into the fixes, I want to show you something because this is the bit that most videos skip and it's the reason nothing you've tried so far is stuck. I'm going to pull up a Google Maps right now and search for a plumber in Dallas, Texas. And look, 3 results come up straight away. Now here's what I want you to think about. There are probably 200 plumbers in Dallas, let's say, with a Google business profile. So why these 3? Why not the 197 others? Because Google just made 3 very specific decisions. It didn't pick randomly. It didn't pick the ones who paid the most, and it didn't pick the ones who have been around, say, the longest. It ran every single plumber through the same 3-factor system, and these are the ones that came out on top. Those 3 factors, relevance, proximity, and prominence, were run. Most business owners have never heard of those 3 words before, which means every time they try to fix their visibility, they're guessing in the dark. They change something, nothing happens. They change something else, nothing happens again. It's random what you're doing if you don't really understand these 3 areas. Once you understand these 3 factors, everything clicks. So you stop guessing and you start making changes that actually make an impact. So the first factor is relevance. And this is the one that trips up more business owners than any other because it feels like you should already be sorted in this area. You filled in your profile, you added your services, you wrote a description, job done, right? Not quite, because there's a difference between a profile that has information on it and a profile that Google can actually read and clearly understand. Let me show you what I mean by this. Here are 2 real Google business profiles side by side. The first one, the business name is vague, the category is set to something broad like contractor, and the description talks about company history. Now look at this second one. The name matches exactly what people search for, the primary category is precise, the service are listed in there in detail, and the images show the work that's actually being done. Google reads both of these and makes a decision. Profile 1 is not sure what this business actually does or who it's for. Profile 2, it knows exactly what this business does and exactly who it's going to be shown to. So when someone nearby searches for that specific service, Profile 2 gets chosen and Profile 1 gets ignored, even if Profile 1 has been around longer, has more reviews. So here's what I want you to do. Audit your big 3 signals. Check your business name. Is it accurate? Is it consistent? Is it exactly what appears on your shop front, your website, and your other listings? Check your primary category. Is it the most specific and accurate option that you can give? And check your images. Do they really show exactly what you do at your work? Your logos, are they correct? Is it stock photography or is it real photography? If any of those are off slightly, then you lose relevance, and that's where the problem starts. So the second factor is proximity, and this one is responsible for pretty much a lot of panic when it comes to Google business profiles because they're wanting to search for their business, but because when they use their phone or their laptop, it's using their local IP or they're detecting their location, then it'll be based on where they're searching from. And if they're 5 miles outside of their own town centre, then the service that's being shown when they do a search isn't necessarily going to be their one that's 5 miles down the road. Let me show you exactly how it works. You see, I've got page here. This has got a search grid. Now, if I do a search right here in the car park, well, they're ranking number 1. But if I do a search, say 2 miles away, they've dropped down to number 20. So the same business, same profile, same reviews, just a different location on the map. So the business isn't invisible. It just means that when you search, it depends on where you're searching from. The question you need to ask yourself is this: is your business registered where your customers are searching from? Because if your registered address is on the edge of town and most people aren't living there, then maybe that's why you're not showing up in the searches. So you've got three options. You move your registered address closer to where customers are searching from, or you open a second location that's an area that's where there's a higher demand, or you just accept that your radius needs to grow more with your authority and other areas and expand your business over time. So the third factor here is prominence. And this is the one that frustrates business owners the most because it's the one where you've done everything right and you're still not showing. And you would expect to be showing far better with the effort you've put in. I want to share a situation with you I came across recently on a one-to-one client. It was a carpet cleaning business. And well, he came to me, he had a verified profile, there's nothing wrong with it, it was doing very well. He had the right categories, he was well established in his location, he was doing posts regularly, getting reviews, he even had an SEO company working really hard on his website. You could say he had a solid foundation. By every measure, he should have been ranking really well, but he wasn't showing up where he expected, and I couldn't figure out why at first. And as I delved a bit deeper, I then noticed a few things. And this is the part most business owners would never think to look. He had two profiles, one for his carpet cleaning business and one for an oriental rug cleaning company. The carpet cleaning profile had three categories. It was spread over multiple services and lots of effort had gone in. The oriental rug cleaning profile had one single category. Minimal effort was going in and it was outperforming the carpet cleaning profile by a mile. Google was rewarding the focus-specific profile over the optimized one because, in effect, the optimized one was diluted. All those extra categories and services weren't helping. They were actually splitting his prominence signals and confusing Google about what the business was really for. So the fix was clear. Tighten the focus, mirror the website more precisely and build consistency across the signals that actually mattered. And when you do that, Google stops second guessing what your business is for and starts choosing it. And that's the one lesson here. Less is more. Before you add anything else to your profile, ask yourself one question. What does my perfect customer actually search for? Then make sure every single signal on your profile speaks directly to that one search. Stop spreading yourself thinly across every service you offer and aim precisely at the customer that you actually want. Now, everything I've just covered, relevance, proximity, prominence, that's the system that applies to most of you watching this. But there's a small group of you where the situation's a bit different and maybe you don't even know why. It could be that you're in a genuinely scary situation with your business because your profile might be disabled, suspended, or even rejected during the verification process. Google literally can't show your business, regardless of what you do, regardless of your proximity or prominence or relevance. You're not losing a ranking battle. You're not even in the race yet. And if that's you right now, then I want you to know it is fixable. It just means you've got to follow a different path. Now, this is exactly the situation I found recently on my school community. I had a member there named Katie. The profile had been disabled after a series of failed video verifications. And to make things worse, those verification attempts had stacked up alongside an address change, and they were moving services as well. So Google flagged all this because three signals at the same time meant that Google couldn't trust it any longer. But here's what Katie found really worked best. She followed the process. The verification videos failed, but because the people recording them hadn't really followed the guidelines. That's not a mystery. It's just a case of you get permanently banned until you then change those things properly. So with the right support and following the preparation process before the video verification, the profile eventually was reinstated. So if that's your situation, check your profile status first. Check what Google's verification specifications are for your business. Follow them precisely. Don't try to navigate it alone. Now, if you want hands-on help with those types of things, my school community is exactly the place to go to. I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to join me there. So relevance, proximity, and prominence. Those are the three factors that Google uses to decide who it's going to show at the top and who it's not going to show at all. And so it is fixable. So you just need to make sure that you know which one to prioritize. So here's what I'd do right now if I was you. Think about those three factors and be honest with yourself. Which one is your weakest link? Is your profile sending mixed signals about what you actually do? Are you registered in the wrong location for where your customers are searching from? Or are you just spreading your prominence signals too thin across too many services and categories? Pick the one that feels right for you, and then just focus on it. But if your profile is showing and you still don't feel like you're getting the calls that you deserve, then that's a different problem. And I look at that on this video right here, where I show you exactly some of the gaps you can close if you optimize it the right way. So I'll see you on this video next.